This is the story of the teak carver from Kerala. Rajan, a skilled craftsman, ran his rough hands over the teak wood. He breathed in its earthy smell, the scent of his craft. The sound of the saw was music to his ears. Every day he carved beautiful statues of gods from the wood. His workshop, open to the warm, humid air, was his peaceful place. Here, under the shade of the old banyan tree, he found peace. But one hot afternoon, a strange package arrived. It was a fancy box, heavy and cold. Inside, resting on soft velvet, was a hand-carved cross. It was made of ebony, polished till it shined. Rajan felt a sudden chill. He thought he heard a whisper, a name, Hernan. That night, the dream started. He saw visions of conquest, of battles long ago. He heard screams echoing through a jungle. He saw a conquistador, a Spanish conqueror, with burning eyes full of greed, holding up the ebony cross. Rajan woke up in a cold sweat. The name echoed in the darkness. Hernan Cortez. A ghost from the past. Days turned into nights, and Rajan grew thin and weak. His eyes, once filled with the peace of his work, now looked scared and restless. He started speaking in strange voices, sometimes in Old Spanish, sometimes in whispers in a language he didn't understand. The village elders gathered, whispering their worries. The village shaman, his face full of concern, performed ancient rituals to help Rajan. Incense smoke filled the air, but whatever was haunting Rajan wouldn't leave. It clung to him, a dark shadow, enjoying his suffering. The news of Rajan's condition spread. It reached the district capital, then the entire state. The story, strange and scary, traveled across the ocean, carried by the internet. It reached the Spanish government itself. An ancient evil had awakened, and it was whispering a name stained with blood and conquest. Messenger of the Church. Father Matteo got off the plane in Kerala, the humid air feeling heavy and suffocating. He carried a heavy burden, the legacy of the conquistadors, a dark mark on his country's history, and he carried a fragile hope for redemption. He found Rajan in the middle of a terrible fit. The once peaceful workshop now felt dark and dangerous. The air crackled with unseen energy. The smell of sandalwood incense fought with the metallic scent of blood. Matteo felt a primal fear grip his heart. "Do you speak Spanish, demon?" Matteo's voice, though soft, cut through the chaos. Rajan's head snapped up, his eyes burning with a strange fire. A harsh voice, filled with centuries of pain and rage, rasped from his throat. "Espanol, I remember." A soul under attack. The exorcism was a fierce battle. Matteo, armed with prayers in Latin and the unwavering strength of his faith, fought against the will of Hernan Cortez. The conquistador, his soul twisted by greed and the horrors he had inflicted, held on tightly to Rajan. Days turned into weeks. Matteo barely slept or ate. He chanted until his voice was hoarse, prayed until his knees bled. He saw in Rajan's eyes the fight for his soul, the desperate plea for freedom. Matteo wouldn't give up. He wouldn't allow another soul to be crushed by the weight of history. The climax came on a night filled with the scent of jasmine. Lightning flashed across the sky. Rajan screamed, a raw primal sound. Matteo pressed the silver crucifix to Rajan's forehead. "Exorcisamus te, omnis immunde spiritus." The name Hernan Cortez tore from Rajan's throat one last time, a tortured shriek that seemed to split the monsoon sky. Then silence,